come over this side of the Metroplex. Sleet is already starting to come down, and Dallas City Crews tried to get ahead of it by launching what is the coolest name in North Texas cold weather reaction, Ice Force 1.
Listen, if it works, why not? 35 trucks, 100 workers will run 12-hour shifts until the worst of this weather's over. Fox 4's Calvert Collins is at the high five right now in North Dallas, really one of the historically worst spots for ice in the city. And you can see the wind really blowing your hat around, Calvert. It's cold and windy.
Oh, it's really the wind makes it that much more miserable. The precipitation stopped about half an hour ago, but you want to show you how empty a rare Central Expressway is going onto those LBJ ramps. And we really have not seen any accidents and have not seen any TxDOT crews, in fact, working out here. But of course, the fear is that this is going to get just progressively worse throughout the night as that precipitation that did fall earlier starts to freeze, that it did accumulate and then starts to freeze onto the sidewalks and roadways. But we did meet some drivers earlier this afternoon who prepared early. They left work to get gas and then get home ahead of the storm. They knew what was coming. They paid attention to the weathercast, and they did not want to get stranded, as we saw last week, on a highway or stuck for hours waiting out a thaw.
I buy some groceries from my apartment, and I'm planning to take a day off tomorrow.
I just wanted to pick a season, like when it's summer, summer, when it's winter, winter, fall, fall, spring, spring. But going back and forth, it's just horrible.
Well, a lot of folks can certainly agree with that. The day-long rain caused delays in the form of a large puddle that formed on Interstate 20 in the Redbird area of Dallas, which then slowed drivers really all afternoon for several hours. Above that, the Westmoreland overpass was full of sand on the road and sidewalks that Dallas City Crews had dumped earlier to help cars with that traction. You mentioned Ice Force 1. That is in effect. The city of Dallas is going to keep monitoring that all night. But this is certainly what we're concerned about overnight, is this freezing. So this is already ice forming on the railings, and that will be forming on the sidewalks and roadways as the night goes on, as these temperatures drop. I just checked. We are at 30 degrees here with these pretty impressive wind gusts at times, kind of taking some drivers by surprise. So it's certainly the slush. We can see it kind of pooling near the curbs, but actually not too bad on the sidewalks themselves. But certainly as the precipitation, kind of even as intermittent as it may be, comes overnight, the concern is over what will be freezing and then gathering on the roads tomorrow morning. Also want to mention Dallas ISD still is not committing, is going to make a decision tomorrow morning, monitoring the weather, and we'll be deciding if tomorrow morning when or if schools will be canceled. Stephen, Heather.
All right, so people are going to be waiting for that. Hey, Calvert, can you ask your photographer to pull out just a little bit? We couldn't see what you were doing on the railing because the banner with the school closings. So are you seeing it like ice up on the railing?
It is. This, we tend to see this happen on the high five because this is such a cold metal right here. So it frequently is the first to ice and stay frozen over for quite some time until you start to see the temperatures warm up to above freezing. But it's a pretty good, solid pieces of ice right there that we did see on the sidewalks about an hour ago, but that has now seemed to have melted. So that's kind of good news, at least that the sidewalks aren't nearly as icy or slippery as this railing is right here.
But the temperatures are going to stay low and everything's going to start to freeze over. All right, Calvert Collins, stay warm. Thank you.